What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Money Grand National series here on FS1. We are at Mexico City. Why is it getting quiet? Gotta adjust that audio real quick. Hold on. Should have did this beforehand, but you know what? It's cool. Alright, so we're in Mexico City for the first time really in this or any relating series history. We are outside of the United States. We are in Mexico for a quick event here from the I forgot the name of the circuit. Yeah, this is a track that's actually on the current day Formula One schedule, but this is not 2022. This is 2006, and things were different back then. But I made a few changes to the graphics. Was messing around with reshade a little bit, so hoping to make the colors pop out a little bit more, just to make things look a little bit better. But I don't want it to be too good, because then NR's not going to be able to handle it, and the game will crash every time. So just wanted to get that good mix. But let's talk about your starting lineup, shall we? On pole is the number 1 of Jason Keller. I don't even know what to say about that. That's surprising. To his left side is the 11 of Paul Menard. Behind him is Denny Hamlin, making one of his crazy starts where he flies from track to track over the weekend. And to his left side is the 33 of Ron Hornaday, since Tony Stewart's not going to be able to drive that car this week. Behind them is the 00 of Johnny Sauter and Mark McFarland in the 88, rounding out the Fast 6. So a pretty interesting starting lineup. A couple of underdogs towards the front. But heading down the back straightaway now, coming into the final corner. The pace car is about to head into pit road, and we are about to send them off here. We're all set. Coming into the final turn now. It's a long sweeping corner with no banking in it. So we'll see how drivers handle this last turn right here. We'll see if they'll be able to manage it. But the pace car making that hard right turn on the pit road, and the field is now in control of Jason Keller and Paul Menard. Here we go. They can't pass the pace car, so they're gonna have to wait a while. We'll see how this plays out. 2 Papyrus racing cars in the field here today, and here we go. Green flag in the air. We're racing from Mexico City. And turn 1 is a right-hander with no banking in it. It's a 90-degree corner. Oh boy, this is going to get sketchy as we head down into the first turn. Look at Mike Harmon sending it in on the inside. 3 wide. A few rows back. We got quite a few rows of 3 wide, actually. But they're making it through somehow. And they use the left, right sections. Right, left, right sections of track. Now heading into a double right-hander. This one can get tricky as well. Further back, it looks like everyone's making it through so far, but they are still 3 wide. Drivers kind of tiptoeing their way around the track right now. This is our first time seeing this track, so oh boy, things getting kind of sketchy here, but looks like they're making it through. Mike Harmon gained a lot of spots with that dive into turn 1. Looks like he's going to make it pay off. That's the 4 of Mike Wallace. He has one last start, and we got a wreck. Couple cars towards the back. That's the 84 of David Gilliland and the 36 of Tim Sauter that have wrecked. And we got another one going around. Chris Mack hard into the wall. He's up against the wall now. He's going to slide. Spins in the middle of the final turn. And cars... Oh! Jerry Robertson not able to avoid. Cars coming up behind him. I knew that wasn't going to end well. Robertson immediately heads down pit road, and the caution is out. Jason Keller leads Denny Hamlin already up the second after one lap. And the pace car is going to regain control of the field. Chris Mack still sliding. I think his rear tires might be going soft here. He doesn't really realize it. Yeah, look at how much that car's... Yeah, you can see the tires are going soft. I think they're trying to get that information to him now, but let's see what all just went down there to bring out the caution. So we had a few wrecks. Big time wrecks. Coming out of the S's. Everybody's all bunched together here, and somebody's gonna... Oh! It was a bump from Chris Mack that started all of this. Looks like Chris thought he was clear and just misjudged it a little bit there. Got into the 36, clipped him right into the 84, and David Gilliland hit hard on that. That's a concrete ball. Excuse me, sorry. And man, what happened here? Oh, just got hooked to the back bumper of the 50. Sent into the wall, and then he was able to kind of save it, tries to ride it out, unable to, spins it around, and then gets clobbered by Jerry Robertson there. It's a tough start to the race for Chris Mack. We know he was just trying to work his way up through the field. He loves the road courses, didn't have a good qualifying effort, but he's going to try to make up for it in the race, and that's not how he wanted to start things off. So, first caution of the day, we're going to go ahead and jump back into it here. Green flag back in the air. And Jason Keller is going to lead us back down into turn one. Denny Hamlin, though, where's he going to go? Hamlin and Kyle Busch are some of those drivers that like to race as much as they can. So it's actually a surprise that Kyle is not in the... Wait, I lied. Kyle is in the field. They're going to try to get as much experience as they possibly can. And track time. They want to try to collect as many trophies as they can as well. They don't care if they have to travel a lot. Drivers kind of sneaking through here so far, and looks like they're making it so far. My goodness, I cannot get my throat clear here today. I apologize. I think that's a sign that we should go to crank it up. And I am back. That wasn't a very long crank it up. Caution is back out. And let's see who it was for. I believe it was the 50 of Danny O'Quinn. Yes, it was. Not clear. Comes across the note. Well, I don't know. The 50 was moving left. The 01's moving right. I think that might have been more on Jay Sauter because he was moving a lot more than Danny O'Quinn was. And they just met right in the middle. Oh, and hard into the wall. Head on. And then, whoa, look out, Tim Sauter and David Gilliland just sneaking through without contact. Really close. I mean, they cut it very, very close. Probably a couple of inches off there. So, can't get much closer than that. Chris Mack's in the back. He didn't quite catch the field after pitting under caution. So, this will be his chance to regroup. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Denny Hamlin. Gonna try it on the outside of turn one this time. If he can get it to stick and he can stay alongside that one car, he'll have to inside for the left-hander, and he's gonna try it. He's gonna pinch him. Oh, but the one pinched him right back, and side by side with Paul Menard now. Denny Hamlin tries out of that. We got wrecks. We got more wrecking. That's Regan Smith in the 35 sideways, and I believe a few more. Yeah, the 59. Oh my goodness. Stacy Compton's car is destroyed. What happened to him? He's got roof damage. He must have been upside down. I think that 59 car was upside down. He's driving it away now, but that car is destroyed. I don't think he's going to be finishing this thing. Heavy smoke pouring from that car. And yeah, let's go ahead and see what happened to Stacy Compton. Let's see, heading into turn 1, 4 wide, and it just didn't quite work out. And then, oh, climbed up on the hood of Regan Smith, and up and over he goes and rolls through the grass 3 times. Wild wreck for Stacy Compton there, and that's definitely going to bring out the caution. So, lots of drama here on the restarts. They're all stacked up, running over each other. Let's go ahead and get back to real time here. Watching the race back to the yellow flag. Into the final turn. Pace car is already out on the track, watching the drivers work their way into the final turn now. Here they go. Right through it. 3 wide further back here. Everyone's gonna make it, so no further incidents, but a wild mess to start off that restart. This is becoming a wreck fest. Let's get back after it here. Now turn 1. They're bunched up once again. Man, these restarts are crazy, I'm telling you. The starts and restarts. If we could get them spread out, we could probably get some good racing in, but for now, it's just chaos. And we're gonna have more contact being made. Chris Mack somehow made it out of that alive. He's gonna dive underneath Todd Cleaver here in the 06. Trying to get that thing to turn underneath the 27 of David Green. Oh, Kenny Wallace had to check up there. Stedman Marlin had to as well. Here we go. Val Wolf doesn't really like the road courses and gets run over by her teammate right as I was about to mention her. And now we got him stacking up here. Out of the S's, Chris Mack up on his side on top of another car. That's Jay Sauter underneath that 86. A wild wreck, and they're still wrecking. Ooh, hard hit for Jay Sauter. Jay Sauter's car is destroyed. That's Regan Smith in the 35 McDonald's machine. Foul Wolf escaped that with minimal damage compared to her teammate. We were just about to say she doesn't like the road courses. She feels like she struggles on them. And she was having a great run here today, but not anymore. Her teammate just drove right through her. It looks like a bit of miscommunication or something. I'm not sure what happened there. Definitely a misjudgment of some kind. We're going to look at it once again. Oh. Looks like he tried to just pinch that 27 down, make him lift. And wasn't expecting that the 08 to be that. I don't know. Honestly, I'm trying to figure it out here, but it looks like he thought he had more room than he actually did to get by that 08 car, and they just collided. And Papyrus Racing having an absolute nightmare of a race right now. Both of their drivers involved in this wreck, and luckily Val Wolf doesn't have any severe damage. And these guys behind, let's take it back here a little bit. These guys further back trying to avoid the wreck start to swerve to the right. They see the 86 on track, try to go into the grass to avoid him, and there's a wild 08 car just waiting for them there. Look at Paul Tracy sideways as he saves it, but then gets collected in it anyways. So a pretty big mess here as the 86 goes on top of the 01. Chris Mack, wild ride there. So we watch it once again. Calamity corner here out of the S's, and Chris Mack just has not been a good race for him. He's trying to recover, and every time he does, it just gets worse and worse. Drivers stacking up, and then the 01. Oh, here's what happened. Chris Mack got hit from behind by the 01 as he straightened it out. Jay Sauter trying to get through. Or no, that's not the 01. That's another car. And that sent him right on top of Jay Sauter as he climbed over whoever got into him there. Can't quite tell what car that is from here. I believe it was a 14. And then they get hooked together, and oh man, the second they straighten out, the second that 01 straightens out, he comes across the nose of the 86, and watch this. He's going to hit hard, a head-on lick right into the barrier, brings Regan Smith and Chris Mack with him as he just kind of came across the nose of that 86. A wild wreck, bringing out the red flag as there is debris everywhere on the front stretch. We're going to take a pretty lengthy break, and we'll be right back, hopefully with this race resuming. Welcome back to Mexico City. We are about to go green with 6 laps to go, and due to this being a road course rules state that rather than 10 to go, we will rack them back up and go double file with 6 or 5 laps to go, depending on the size of the road course. This is a pretty small course. 6 laps, they'll go by like nothing. So here we go. Well, it's not a small course, I shouldn't say that, but it, you know. Anyways, heading down the front straightaway, Denny Hamlin and Jason Keller side by side. Green flag back in the air. Hamlin with a great launch on the restart. Here comes Kyle Busch to the inside, and Carl Edwards trying to follow Hamlin. They are 4 wide. That's Mike Wallace in the middle. 4 wide heading down into turn 1. Ron Hornaday down on the bottom on the very inside, and they're going to squeeze together. They would have been 5 wide, but Edwards sent it in, got out of there, and they are still right there tight. Oh, hard into the wall. It's Hornaday. Kyle Busch on his roof. Terrible crash. Another one spun. That's Ashton Lewis. Oh, and he gets hit. I believe that's the teammate. It is. That is Regan Smith's teammate. So that team not having a good race either. Curtis Davis in the 0. Completely destroyed the front end of that car. The right front fender is just missing. It's been completely ripped off. And the caution is out. They're racing back to the yellow flag now. Kyle Busch got up on his roof. Hornaday got on his side as they went into the tire barriers. And a violent wreck takes place. Drivers taking it easy on the way back. They know that there's a lot of cleanup that needs to be done towards turn 3. And we're probably going to have another red flag here. We are just off a red flag, and we're going to have another one. And let's see, Hornaday. I can't really blame the double file I mean, you kind of can, because they're all bunched up, but they're 3 and 4 wide through this turn anyway. Hornaday kind of caused all this. He sent it in. They're already rubbing and squeezing together. And watch the 33. Ron Hornaday just kind of sends it in, squeezes Kyle Busch. Busch bounces off of Menard, bounces off Hornaday, back into Menard, back into Hornaday. Then they squeeze back together trying to make it through the next corner. And Hornaday gets hooked right into the tires. And man, Kyle's car just launched. I mean, the second they impacted, his car launched into the air, back into traffic, and he got hit by Harmon, and that's what sent his car on his roof. But Hornaday got sandwiched between Kyle's car and the tires, so that was a bad wreck for both of them there. Luckily, everybody is okay. Hornaday and Busch shaken up, obviously, but for the most part, they're all right. That was a wild wreck. I've never seen anything like that, especially not on a road course. I've never seen a road course race this crazy, this chaotic. This seems to be the Talladega of road. Look at the way Kyle Busch's car flipped. Oh my goodness. It gets up on its side, then gets impacted by the 44 of Mike Harmon, and Harmon was having a great run today. So that's unfortunate for him. Chad Blunt as well. as he gets collected in this. And then Busch's car kind of spins around like a top on its roof before digging into the grass and finally rolling back over. And then you see the track starts to get blocked. You see Randy LaJoy getting some damage in that. The 54 of Hermie Sadler, that Toys R Us machine. I mean, so many good cars that were running inside the top 20 getting damaged there. And then you see Ashton Lewis getting turned further down. I'm not sure what happened there. We're going to have to back it up because I didn't quite see what happened to Ashton Lewis. I think, oh, it was Johnny Sauter. So Johnny Sauter gets into Mike Harmon, gets hit from by Barney Lamar, and then Kenny Wallace, and then Ashton Lewis and Derek Cope make contact, and that sends the 25 around in front of more cars. He's gonna collect. Oh, who is that? Oh, that's Curtis Davis. Another big sort of pile up. So we've had 2 cars get upside down here today, and 2 more cars get on their sides. So this has proven to be a wild one, to no fault of the track. We're gonna have to fix the cars, honestly, because they're ramping and climbing over each other like it's nobody's business. And it's really proven to be an issue. So here we go. Green flag back. Oh my goodness, we're already 4 wide. Green flag back in the air. Carl Edwards on the bottom. Denny Hamlin is right next to him. They're gonna enter 4 wide once again. Look how many cars are left. Not many. 4 wide. Mike Harmon squeezing them together. Oh, but they're gonna fight back, and this time it's gonna work. Edwards and Hamlin and Keller side by side, and they somehow made it work. Carl Edwards had to check way up. He backs out of it. He's going to fall back to 4th, trying to fight for 3rd once again now. Here comes Hamlin on the inside of Jason Keller. Keller going to have to try to squeeze Hamlin and pinch him down. Hamlin going to do the same to Keller here, side by side through the S's. Tiptoeing through the S's here. They don't want to wreck each other. They've seen how crazy this race has been. They just want to make it to the end. It's 3 laps left here from Mexico City. Now 2.5. Side by side for the lead, though. Denny Hamlin has to almost back out of it, but is able to pinch Jason Keller, and Keller has to check up. Now here comes Mike Wallace in the 4 car in his final start this season before Augie Bedovic takes over that ride. And here comes Carl Edwards now underneath Mike Wallace. Shane Meal trying to follow through. They are all just absolutely wrestling for 2nd place back there. It's a 4-man, it's a fatal 4-way match back there for P2. Meanwhile, Denny Hamlin just drives away with it. Your pole sitter, Jason Keller, trying to get back up into the mix. He's using the draft of Edwards to his advantage, and now Shane Meal hops in line. Edwards going to hop low. He's going to dive to the inside of Harmon. Wallace, wrong Mike. Unable to get it done. He's going to try to pinch the 48. He does. And now Meal pinches the 1. Brad Teague up into the mix. How about Teague? Up inside the top 5. Unsponsored race car. Usually we see him a little bit further back. The underfunded team there. But he's survived. This race has been... It's become more of a attrition race than anything. It's been a survival of the fittest. And well, we're starting to see that here with some of the drivers that are towards the front, because we have a lot of underdogs inside the top 10. But Denny Hamlin leads this thing with 2 laps to go down the backstretch, coming to the white flag this time by. Look at David Green working his way up. Hermie Sadler got a piece of that wreck, but he's still in this thing. Paul Tracy further back. Val Wolf and David Gilliland, Johnny Sauter, Mike Harmon. A lot of damaged cars further back, but they're still rolling here. Coming to the white flag one more time around for Denny Hamlin. Oh boy. Denny Hamlin has Mike Harmon all over his back bumper. He's going to have to try his hardest to defend. Will he be able to hold that 4 car off? How about Shane Meal, your Daytona winner, running third here? The 1 and the 52 side by side. Brad Teague not satisfied with fourth. He wants to get one more. He's going to pick off that one car. And that's another spot for Brad Teague. He's going to be inside the top 5. Stedman Marlin running full time this season. I believe he might have missed a couple of races earlier this season, but for the most part, he's running full time. Denny Hamlin down the back straight into the final corner. Mike Harmon's too far back. Or Mike Wallace, excuse me, is too far back. Not going to be able to make it happen. Down the front stretch for the final time. Denny Hamlin will see the checkered flag. He's going to win from Mexico City. How about that for Denny? Green eggs and Hamlin prevail in Mexico. Rounding out your top 10. That was a photo finish for 10th there, but Derek Cope edges out Hermie Sadler in a 54 car. So, interesting top 10 as we mentioned. But Denny Hamlin gets it done in Mexico. So, that's going to do it. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Up next is Las Vegas. I'm going to go ahead and knock that one out as well. And, yeah, hope to see y'all then.